Sales managers are generally those high profile salespersons who are promoted because they manage to get a high volume of productivity in team. So these people are then made responsible to uh, hone and nurture the talents of the other people and make them more productive, if not equally productive. So the functions and duties and responsibilities of sales manager differ from one concern to another depending upon the size of the concern. So uh, so in medium size undertaking, the sales manager performs only operation functions of marketing, that is the functions of connected with the executions of the marketing plan framed by the board of the directors. So in medium-sized undertakings, the sales manager performs only the operating functions of marketing, that is the functions of connected with the executions of the marketing plan and framed by the board of directors. So in large undertakings, what happened? The sales manager performs only the administrative work of planning, coordinating, guiding, and controlling the marketing activities, whose executions is entrusted to several subordinates. But in this case, though the operating functions are entrusted to the subordinates and are not performed directly by the sales manager. So the ultimate responsibility to get all these functions done lies with the sales manager. So in goods industry, planning function is important. It is necessary to develop a sound sales programs and integrate them with the research and promotion. So in industrial marketing, the operating functions become important. So they're like a need for the direction of the sales force, accompanying the salesman when they make calls and do some selling himself. So thus in consumer marketing, the sales managers devote more time to planning and less to operating. So the reverse is the true for industrial marketing. So in the organization where supervision by the sales managers over the sales force is direct, the sales manager has to devote more time to operational aspects. So where supervision is decentralized down the line, there is a scope for the planning functions as the functions are delegated. The first functions of the salesman, like the functions of the sales manager are the basic aims of sales manager is to promote the sales and contribute to the profits of the concern on one hand and a satisfaction to consumer on the other hand. So in big concern, sales manager is generally assisted by a different personnel in the sales line. In smaller concern, he is all alone with the skeleton services of the subordinates. Notwithstanding these differences, a sales manager is to perform following functions. The following functions are like planning the future sales. So sales planning is one of the most dominant functions of the sales management, which seeks to achieve a coordinated structure of the operations of various programs in relation to the sales. To plan is to look ahead. It is the process of thinking before doing. So he is to plan for long range, as sales budgeting is the instrument of the sales planning that gives items like product wise sales for the year and the years to come. So important function that take much time of sales manager is to the management of the sales force. So the apportioning of the time between the planning and operating functions depend upon the nature of the products, the size of the company, and the supervisory structure various created. So the selection and placements of the salesman, any successful organization wants the selection of men capable of accelerating the wheels of it. So right men for the right points. So is the watchword for the dynamic sales manager. Scientific selection is a rigorous process or a hurdle race designed by the sales manager, so which is to be owned by the salesman. So selecting a procedure embraces minute and meticulous stages such as calling for interview, testing them, conduct of the medical examinations, and the final interview and appointment. Sales manager can't work alone, so he needs to be support of his sales team where each one contributes in his best possible way and works towards the goals and the objectives of the organization. So he is the one who sets the targets for the sales executives and the other sales representatives. So a sales manager must ensure the targets are realistic and achievable. Direction and coordination of the sales force. So the management is essentially an art of getting the work done. So the sales manager is responsible not only for planning, organizing the sales activities, but also for the guiding and supervising his sales subordinates. He is the leader who is to direct his subordinates by issuing necessary orders, guiding and reading and supervising their activities as a part of performance. So naturally, superiority complex plays its icy hand. So misunderstanding creep in. Therefore, there is a need for bringing about unity of thought, purpose, and action in the ranks and files. So coordination is opposite of conflict. Coordination kills conflict by timing, balancing, and integrating the variables. So the duties must not be imposed on anyone. So instead should be delegated as per the interest and specialization of the individuals. So a sales manager must understand who can perform a particular task in the most effective way. So it is his role to extract the best out of each employee. Organizing the sales organizations, having planned the various activities, the sales manager is to decide as to how and who will perform these activities. So organization is the process of framework of relations in the unit that is geared to attain the objective of undertaking. It involves a critical and in-depth study of actual requirements of the organization, division of it into a viable departments, designing the lines of authority and responsibility, and the delegations of the authorities to subordinates to get going. So sales manager devises strategies and techniques necessary for achieving the sales target. So he is the one who decides the future course of action for his team members. So it is the sales manager's duty to map potential customers and generate leads for the organization. So he should look forward to generating new opportunities for the organization. Advertising the top management, mere planning of sales activities is not the responsibility of the sales manager. He is accountable for the actual happenings in his department, which are to be reported to the top management. So he is to be advised on opening and closing of branches. He is also to advise the higher officials to officials of opportunities and threats of a venture. So new appointment and a selection, a transfer, promotions on pricing and discount policies and show their bearings on profitability and profits of the unit. So a sales manager is also responsible for like a brand promotion. So he must make the product popular amongst the consumer as well as the top management. So a banner at a wrong place is of no use. So he must be placed at a strategic locations. Hoardings should be installed at important places for the best result. Training the sales force. So motivation and morale are the primary purpose of the training. Training improves employee productivity, standardize working procedure for the sales force, reduces personnel turnover, provides a rescue force of trained and experienced men and women, and instills the confidence of the performance per excellence. So sales manager is to plan for training new employee and continuing in a case of experienced hands through refresher courses. So a good plan of training embraces managerial supervision and service personnel in the sales organization. So the motivating team members is one of the most important duties of the sales manager. He needs to make his team work as a single unit working towards a common objective. He must ensure team members don't fight amongst themselves and share cordial relationship with each other. Develop a lucrative incentive schemes and introduce a monetary benefits to encourage them to deliver their level best, to appreciate whenever they do good work. Compensating the sales force, like sound employer and employee relations are the base for the total success of the sales organization. But there will be a sweet relations between men and boss when the employer treats employees well, so pays well, so that the employee put their heart and soul together to better the performance. So the employee efforts are to be rewarded apply. So employee motivation and morale depend on the compensation policy is consultations with the personal experts that is viable and workable. So a good plan is one that pays well in time, treats impartially, economically, productive and elastic. Because he's the one who takes a major decisions for his team, so he should act as a pillar and support for them and stand by their side at the hours of crisis. Controlling the sales force. So when the sales force is provided with quality products, equipments, adequately compensated, one can expect the best results. So there is always a gap between promises and the performances due to the factor which are both controllable and uncontrollable. If everything goes well, there is no need of control. There is no need for control. So control means having continuous watch on the working of any program and applying a brakes or speed to actions wherever necessary. Functions, duties, and responsibilities of the salesman. The duties and responsibilities of the salesman differ from one business to another, depending upon the size and nature of the business and the type of selling job, the sales policies of the concern, etc. So, however, there are certain duties and responsibilities which are common to all types of business. So, like first one is selling. So the fundamental duty of the salesman is selling. This duty includes meeting the prospects, presenting and demonstrating the products, inducing the prospects to buy, taking orders, and effecting a sales. And second one is the guiding the buyers. Like a salesman should guide the buyers in buying the goods they want. So at next functions, we can say that the attending to complaints. So a salesman should attend to the complaints of the customers immediately and try to settle their grievances quickly and sincerely. Collection of bills. Sometimes a salesman may be required to collect the outstanding bills relating to the goods sold by him. So in such cases, he has to collect the bills and remit the amount to his firm. Collection of credit information. A salesman may sometimes be required to collect information about the credit worthiness of the customer. So in such cases, he has to collect detailed information and submit to his firm in a time. Reporting. A salesman, especially a traveling salesman, is required to send daily, weekly, or monthly reports to his firm. So providing information about the calls made, a sales effected, services rendered, route schedule, expenses incurred, business conditions, competition, if any, etc. So they have to be reported to their supervisors. Organizing, like a salesman that is traveling salesman is required to organize his tour program. So he has to prepare the route and time schedule for his tour so as to systemize his sales efforts. Attending sales meeting, like a sales manager is required to attend the sales meetings convened by his employer at a periodical intervals to discuss the marketing problems, sales promotion activities, sales policies, etc. There are will be like many things they want to be discussed. So they have to be on time and attend the meetings. Touring, traveling salesman has to undertake touring regularly to convert the sales territories assigned to him and arranging for packing and delivery. A salesman that is a counter salesman has to arrange for the packing of the goods sold and the delivery of the packages to the buyers. Window and counter display salesman that is an indoor or a counter salesman has to arrange for the window and the counter displays of the products in an attractive manner so as to attract or induce the prospects to buy the product.